All right, welcome back. Today we're going to continue talking about circles. So to start, we're going to do how to graph these circles, and we want to start by writing our standard equation of a circle. Okay, so when we're graphing a circle, right here in parentheses, x minus h squared plus, then also in parentheses, it's going to be y minus k squared equals whatever r squared is. Now let's talk about what these are. The x and the y we know. X means left and right, y means up and down. H and the k are our center points, so it's the opposite of both of those in our equation here. Then the r stands for our radius, so if we square it, we'll get that. So if we look at this example, the center is the opposite, so the x value is the opposite of that, so -4. The y value is the opposite of right beside it here, so 1. Our radius, we take the square root of 25, so our radius is 5. Remember, radius means the distance from the center to the edge. Meanwhile, the diameter is the distance from one edge to the other going through that center point. So we double the radius. 5 times 2 gives us 10. That's our answer. So once again, to get the center point, we do the opposite there. So that's going to be -3. Opposite here, 8. The radius, the square root of 64, that's going to be 8. And then if we double that, we get 16. That is our diameter. All right, on to our next one. Number 3 and 4, we're kind of doing it the opposite. We're given the center and the radius. We want to write the equation. So we'll start off x, it's the opposite, so x minus 1 squared plus y plus 1 squared. All that equals whatever the radius squared is, so 5 squared is 25. Now to graph this, we start by plotting that center point, 1, -1, right here. And we know that the radius is 5. So if I go 5 to the right, that's where the edge of the circle will be. 5 up, circle will also be there. 5 left, circle will be there, and 5 down, circle will be right there. Now you can try to draw a freehand picture, and as you can see, my circle is not perfect. It's good enough, you generally know that's a circle, but it might be easier instead to use, if you're using Kami, if you hold shift and then you put down and you see if I drag, it makes a perfect circle for me. So much better. Okay. So your next one, radius of 2 and the center is at -3, 4. So x plus 3 squared, it's the opposite, remember of that, then plus y minus 4 squared equals, then we go 2 squared, which is 4. So we plot this point, -3, 4, right here. That's the center point. And we have to go up 2, down 2, left 2, and right 2. And now I can just draw my best circle there. It's not perfect, so let me make it a little better. I'll hold shift and drag, and much better. And there we go. All right, so it's basically the premise of what we're doing today. Let's take a look here. We are trying to kind of unpack it, so let's write what the center is. The center here is at 2, 3. Oops, I need to switch back to the pen. So 2, 3. And the radius, if I count over 1, 2, 3. Now we don't even need the picture. We can just write our equation, x minus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals whatever 3 squared is, which is 9. On the next one, I was off when I made this PDF. It's off a little. That dot should be right there, center dot, and pretend this goes down all the way. So our center is at -2, -1. The radius here, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So we write our equation, x plus 2 squared plus y plus 1 squared equals whatever the radius squared is, so 4 squared, which is 16. All right, last two. Going the opposite again, we got the equation. So the opposite of both of these, so -2, 3, it's our center. Radius, take the square root of 9, we get radius of 3. So I'll plot that point, -2, 3. And the radius is 3, so 1, 2, 3 to the right, 3 down, 3 up, and 3 to the left. And we draw that in, and there we go. That's a little big. There we go. And then finally, the last one, we know that it has a center at 1, -2. We do the opposite of both this and this. Square root of 16, so the radius is 4. So there's the center, radius of 4, 4, 4 down, 4 up, and I'll freehand this last one. So not perfect, but good enough. If you are doing the delta math and you need to put the square, just hit shift and the 6 key. That'll pop you up to write this when you're typing the equations. Hope you guys have a good day. If you have any questions, please reach out, and I'll talk to you later.